Hi everyone, in this video I wanted to go over in more detail the different weapons and combat you will find in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Both of the characters, Naoe and Yasuke, will play very differently from each other, with Naoe relying more on sneaking and trying to assassinate enemies, relying on using her weapons only if she really needs to. Yasuke, on the other hand, is meant to be played as a warrior, and you can go into enemy territories looking for a fight, and his weapons and combat will reflect that. Let's take a look. Naoe has three main weapons she can choose from in game. The Katana, which is a good all-round weapon. You can deal good damage with this, but you are susceptible to attacks from the enemy because you're a lot closer range. The Kagama, which is the longer range weapon for her, and this is a good one because it keeps enemies at a distance, and she is very vulnerable to taking any damage, and so avoiding any hits is a big plus. This was a weapon I used a lot of in my gameplay. The downside being is it doesn't quite deal as much damage as the Katana would. Her final weapon is the Tapo, and it doesn't really deal a lot of damage per hit, but it is a lot quicker. And this is a good one for anyone who's super good at parrying, for example, or using dodge. So you can get in those special charged attacks that you can do when you hit a perfect parry or dodge. Now you can equip two of these three weapons at once, and you can switch between them in a fight. Yasuke is a bit different in that he has 5 weapon choices, he has 3 mains and 2 kind of side weapons. His first main weapon is the long katana. Like Naoe, it's just a great all-round weapon where it has medium range and medium damage. His second is the Nagata, a longer range weapon that deals a bit less damage but keeps enemies further from you. You can avoid taking damage as often, and unlike the other weapons, it's quite fast, so it makes it pretty fun to use in the game. His final main weapon is the Canabo, a heavy weapon that just clobbers enemies with big damage. But using this one will limit your mobility. Yasuke also has 2 backup weapons. The first one being the bow and arrow, which is not the greatest at close range. It might be better as more of a weapon you want to use if you're trying to sneak around, or if you want to get in a preemptive kill before you start a fight. Finally, you can use the Tapo, which is a rifle, and it's surprisingly powerful, especially if you can get headshots with it, and it's actually really fun to use. So those are the main weapons you can use for the 2 characters in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Every weapon can have different stats and effects that you can find, but they will all fall under one of these types that I mentioned. Personally, my favourite weapons are for Naoe, the Kagama, as avoiding damage is best for her, and so using longer range weapon was definitely a good thing. And for Yasuke, I prefer the Canabo. If you're going to go in like a freight train to a fight, which he does, then you might as well go out and deal big damage with every hit. So hopefully this video will give you an idea of the combat and weapons in the game. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.
Let me see. For my honor!